I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a...
Hello everyone. Welcome back to V Squad TV. The latest news comes from Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS, who has once again achieved a special moment with his fans on a global level. This time, Taehyung's name has been officially immortalized at one of the world's most iconic sites, the Palace of Versailles, France. This moment has been widely discussed after several international fanbases announced a birthday dedication project located in the estate of Trianon, part of the Château de Versailles complex. The project is not just a regular celebration, but also linked to a long-standing cultural preservation program at the site. Several of Taehyung's fanbases, including V Union, made the announcement via the X account at V Global Union. They called this project the inauguration of Taehyung's Corner, which is said to be one of the main pillars of a series of global dedications to celebrate the idol's birthday. For your information, Taehyung will turn 30 on December 30th, 2025. This birthday is a significant opportunity for armies around the world to create celebratory projects that are not only symbolic but also have a tangible and long-lasting impact. In their post, V Union wrote that they are proud to announce the inauguration of Taehyung's Corner at the estate of Trianon, Palace of Versailles, France. They also described this project as the beginning of a global dedication dedicated specifically to Taehyung. What makes this project unique is the form of dedication. Fans officially adopted a historic stone bench located in the Trianon Gardens area. This adoption is linked to a campaign to preserve cultural sites, so fans' contributions not only serve as a landmark but also support the ongoing maintenance of the area. Taehyung's Corner is located in the Trianon Gardens, a known quieter area compared to the main attractions of Versailles, which are usually crowded with tourists. Due to its quieter and greener atmosphere, this area is often considered ideal for moments of reflection and to enjoy the surrounding landscape and artwork. V Union described Taehyung's Corner as a public space dedicated to quiet reflection. They emphasized that this dedication was born out of gratitude and a desire to create a space accessible to anyone, not just fans. This place is dedicated as a quiet space for reflection, expressing gratitude, and absorbing the beauty of art, wrote V Union. This statement was widely shared, as it aligned with Taehyung's image, which is often associated with art, serenity, and artistic sensitivity. The fanbase also added that Taehyung's Corner is part of a series of meaningful spaces around the world, dedicated to honoring Kim Taehyung. In other words, the Versailles project is not a standalone project, but rather part of a structured international series of dedications. They also wrote that these spaces reflect Taehyung's artistic spirit, warmth, peace, and beauty. This narrative quickly gained traction, as Versailles, as a historical and aesthetic symbol, was seen as fitting with the artistic themes often associated with Taehyung. Another highlight was the fanbase's claim that Taehyung was the first international artist to have his name attached to the bench adoption program in the Trianon area. This claim further fueled the topic because it touched on the aspect of new history within the context of the world-renowned cultural site. According to information circulating in the fanbase announcement, the historic object adoption program in the area has been running since 2014. Such programs are generally aimed at supporting the maintenance of facilities, landscapes, or site elements requiring regular maintenance. V Union even stated, "There has never been an adoption carried out by or in honor of any other international artist or figure." They emphasized that this makes Taehyung's Corner at Versailles a singular dedication that makes history.
Everybody in the world blind.
On the other hand, this news also sparked public curiosity about the mechanism for adopting the stone bench. In many preservation programs at European historical sites, adoption often involves a specific donation or contribution, followed by the inclusion of a name on an official marker in the adopted area. For fans, this form of dedication feels more lasting than anniversary projects that only last a few days. Because the bench is located in an officially managed cultural heritage site, the trace of the contribution has the potential to last for as long as the area remains maintained. In terms of meaning, this project also demonstrates a shift in global fan celebration patterns, which are increasingly oriented towards social, cultural, or charitable activities. Rather than mere billboard advertising, fans now often choose projects that have a sustainable impact and can be enjoyed by the wider public. Many armies see this move as a gift that reflects Taehyung's own character. Taehyung is known for his love of art, photography, serene atmospheres, and inspiring spaces, so the concept of a tranquil and aesthetic corner feels harmonious. The name Palace of Versailles itself is certainly not a random name. The Château de Versailles is one of France's most magnificent historical symbols and was once the center of royal power during the monarchy. Versailles was built in the 17th century by King Louis XIV, known as the Sun King. The complex reflected the political and aesthetic ambitions of his time, while also embodying royal opulence, which became a major focus in the lead-up to the French Revolution. Today, the Palace of Versailles has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Every year, millions of tourists from all over the world come to experience its Baroque architecture, lavish interiors, and expansive, manicured gardens. One of Versailles' most famous areas is the Hall of Mirrors, an iconic room often featured in history books and documentaries. However, the Taehyung's Corner project, which is said to be located in the Trianon area, offers a different experience. More quiet, more private, and closer to the gardens. Because this project is located in an area open to the public, it's no wonder many fans have already started adding Taehyung's Corner to their travel bucket lists. Versailles is not only a tourist destination but also a cultural experience, so this dedication is seen as adding another layer of meaning for fans. The response on social media was explosive. Many reposted the announcement, created information threads, and even discussed the symbolic significance of K-pop idol names, now residing at one of Europe's most historic sites. However, amidst this enthusiasm, some netizens also cautioned against taking the first claim with caution and awaiting official documentation from the management regarding the details of the adoption program. Nevertheless, the fact that this project is connected to an existing preservation program remains a significant point that is difficult to ignore. Despite the minor disputes surrounding the claim, the message remains compelling. Taehyung's fans have carried out a unique, classy, and preservation-oriented birthday dedication. This demonstrates how fandom culture can transform into tangible support for public spaces and historical sites. For Taehyung himself, moments like this are often seen as proof of an artist's immense influence in the global era. Without having to be present in person, his name and story can be connected to a place with historical significance that spans centuries. And for ARMY, Taehyung's Corner is more than just a stone bench. It's a symbol of gratitude, a space to remember Taehyung's work, and a reminder that art and beauty can bridge fandom with the real world. So, that's the news about BTS's Taehyung's name, which is now officially engraved as part of a fan dedication at the estate of Trianon, Palace of Versailles, France. Do you think a birthday project like this is more memorable than billboards and big city advertisements? Or is it the other way?
Please, Lord, give me a sign.